God, bucket.
Are darker than anyone had imagined.
I didn't do anything. Oh my gosh,
Yes, you did, bitch. You suck my
On June
dick,
4th,
bitch.
2007, 18-year-old Anita Knutson was found murdered in her bed. She was stabbed twice in the chest with a pocket knife. In the chaotic early days of the investigation, detectives faced a flood of suspects, but every lead ended at a dead end. Alibis held up, and no forensic link connected to anyone. Fast forward to 2019, when the case was finally reopened. As investigators retraced every lead, one name kept resurfacing: Nicole Rice, the victim's former roommate. She was brought in immediately for re-questioning, as detectives set out to determine whether Nicole had truly ended Anita's life. But Nicole had no idea that every answer she gave during this interrogation would ultimately help detectives build the case that led to her arrest.
Okay, so I know, like I said, I wasn't here when all of this happened. So it's all kind of new to me. And we know it's been a really long time, so we're trying to just look at it again from the beginning. And it's me and Detective Talbot and Steve here, and none of us were involved from the beginning, so it's all brand new to us. And so we're just kind of going back and trying to talk to everybody, absolutely everybody again that was talked to the first time, and just learn everything about this case that we can, and figure out any little details that may have been overlooked or something. Okay?
God fucking damn it.
So, I guess, what have you been up to the last 15 years?
Oh my gosh, I just work. I had a little girl.
Okay.
God fucking. Man, look at this fucking shit.
I got married in December, this last December.
So let's kind of get to the meat. You went to school in Belva, that's where you grew up, right? And
Suck my dick, bitch.
You went to school in Belva, that's where you grew up, right? And you went to school there.
Yep.
She moved there, what, about middle school?
Freshman year.
Okay.
Well, no.
Suck my whore ass dick.
8th grade year.
Okay. And then
Suck
tell
my
me
whore
about
ass dick.
that. How did you guys meet, and how was school like?
So, you know, 8th grade.
Suck my whore ass dick.
Kids come to school, kind of like make them an outsider. I was having a birthday party that weekend, so I invited her so she could get to know like all the other girls in the class.
Dick.
She ended up staying the night. We had a really good time. I brought her home the next morning. I had my license yet, so it wasn't being on a farm.
Yeah.
I brought her home, and then
You suck my whore ass dick.
Velva kind of was cliquey, so like once you found your groove, you just kind of went that way. And we didn't hang out a lot in high school anymore after like 9th, 10th grade.
Nicole immediately paints a picture of an inseparable bond with Anita. Watch closely, because this dynamic keeps coming up. What she doesn't realize is that detectives already have a coworker whose account tells a very different story.
We both went to the same college. Neither of our roommates ended up working out.
Get that goddamn
so
night out
then we
of
ended up
here.
roommates in the dorms. So we were in the
Get
dorms
that
together,
slutty ass night
and we
the fuck out of
decided
here.
that we were going to move into an apartment together. So, and then at that point, like we're in the dorms and stuff, we were like inseparable. We were together all the time. And then we went up to the apartment. I quit college because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I didn't want to pay for college and not know what I was doing. So I just got a
Get
job.
that slutty knot out of here.
My job schedule and her school and work schedule, it just clashed because I worked either 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. or 1 a.m. to 1 a.m. Or 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. So, like, I was coming when she was going when I was coming.
Ooh, you
and honestly,
spit.
like, we just kind of, we didn't really drift, but we just didn't talk much. I worked and I was busy, and I regret now, like, looking back, like, I wish I we were having a kid or kids and I would have more answers, but I don't. I didn't talk. And once I get in, like, my own groove and I'm busy, I've learned now that I reach out to people a lot more often because I have really bad anxiety about all this.
Get that slutty knot out of here,
slut. Me. And, like, I don't hold grudges. Like, this is flipped my life upside down. I'm not the same person I used to be. So looking back, I wish I would have talked to her more, knew who she was hanging out with, but I never asked questions. I just you know, at that age, you just
God
doing your own
damn
thing,
it.
trying to find yourself. And, yeah, I don't know.
So, kind of fill me in a little bit on Anita's personality. What kind of personality was she?
She's fun, she's bubbly, she's outgoing, she talked to anybody, she's super sweet. I think some guys maybe took it too far, that she was so kind that they thought that she was flirting. But if that was the case, then she'd be flirting with all the girls too, because that's just her personality. She's smiley, happy, bubbly. She just liked to have fun. So she was not home much. She had a lot of friends, and she went and did a lot of things. So,
Do you know what kind of stuff she was like to do?
yeah, she just, like, once you got into college, she really liked to party with her friends.
Get that slutty
I didn't
nut
really
out
like
of
some
here.
of the friends that she hung out with, so I didn't. I partied with them a few times, and I was like, no. I was so busy working.
Get that slutty night out of
If I
here.
partied, I wouldn't go to work the next day, and that was that's how I survived. You know, I had to work, so.
And so, how did that make the living arrangements? Was there any problems between the two of you?
The only problem we really had, and I know there's so many stories. There's so many stories. Like, her mom's like, oh, you guys, she said she was scared. She never was honestly scared. She would text me, actually, when we would go places. She's like, I need my wingman. And stuff. Like, I don't know where her mom got the fact that we were, like, actually got physical, because that never happened. And I never slammed her foot in the door, so I don't know where all that's coming from. But we had a disagreement around 1 o'clock one morning. That was, I was home, obviously got home at like 1:30, and then I went down to go to sleep. Our alarm clock was going off at 5 a.m. Our rooms were our own rooms. Either we locked them when we were gone or we didn't. We just, that was our space, like, you know, I don't know. But, so the alarm clock was going off at 5 a.m. And I'm trying to sleep so I texted her and I was like, dude, I'm gonna smash your door up, because your alarm clock's going off. But, I mean, to me, I would say that to
God
me.
damn it.
I'm tired and I'm trying to sleep. Why is your alarm clock going off? So it went off for like an hour, and I was like, dude, next time you need to make sure you shut your alarm clock off, because like, that's respectful.
Right.
You know? So that's like the biggest confrontation we had, and we had to really resolve that issue. You know, we had talked about it. We weren't mad at each other. Like, typical roommate stuff, you with someone all the time. You know? So.
Now fuck up and
She
take
would
that
lock
phone.
her bedroom when she
Suck
wasn't
my
there?
fucking
Yeah.
dick.
Would she lock it when she was there as well? Okay.
No, just when I would do the same thing. Like, if I wasn't there or whatever, I would lock it. Sometimes
Suck
I
my
would.
motherfucking
I don't know.
dick.
Sometimes I forget. I don't care. But we had that agreement, like that. My room's my room. Your room's your room. I don't go in your room. You don't go in mine.
God fucking
So-
damn it.
I don't know. It was a personal space thing.
Did you guys spend much time in the common spaces, like the living room, kitchen together?
Suck my
or-
fucking dick.
Yeah, we did. I always told her she'd always.
Suck my
I don't know if it
motherfucking.
was like a California thing. She'd be like walking around her
Suck my
room.
motherfucking dick.
The window's wide open and the lights are on. I'm like, what are you doing? And you know what? You guys, this is the worst thing. She said to me, well, it's not Cali. It's Minot. And you guys, it's like rings in my brain. Because I'm like, oh, God.
Suck my
It's not
fucking
Cali, it's
dick.
Minot. Like, really, what happened?
Suck my fucking dick.
Right. Yeah.
It just
Gee, God fucking damn it.
goes in my brain all the time.
While Nicole
God,
believes she's
fuck it.
helping detectives solve a murder, she makes a critical mistake, downplaying the true nature of her fights with Anita. Roommates clash over tense disputes all the time, but when one of them ends in murder, it is better to be upfront about it. And detectives are not convinced she's being honest, because they are holding back text messages that tell a very different story. Now, pay close attention to the next question detectives ask her, because it leads directly into the weeks following Anita's death.
Tell me about the incident with your fish tank.
Fish tank? Oh, one of my friends poured beer in it
Oh,
and filled it with beer instead of water.
okay.
I don't remember anything else about the fish tank.
That can't be good for fish.
No, it killed all of it.
Because we had heard that Anita had unplugged your fish tank at one point and that killed your fish because she didn't like the noise. It made too much noise.
I don't know anything about that.
No.
No, I know all my fish died because my friend poured beer in the fish tank.
Good friends.
Yeah, I don't remember anything else about
So that
the fish
didn't
tank.
happen.
No.
Okay. So let's get down to
God
that
damn it.
weekend as much as you can remember. So let's start Friday. Because you, I think, worked Friday?
I did work Friday, and then I went back to my parents' farm.
Okay. You went to your parents' farm that Friday night? Or?
I think I went Saturday morning, actually, because my cousin was leaving for like basic training or Iraq or something. I can't even remember what it was, but we were having a party for him in Sexton. So I think I left that Saturday morning because I worked late Friday and then went to sleep and then woke up Saturday morning. And honestly though, I can't 100% remember if I left Saturday morning or Friday night.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it was
A fucking
And
Christ.
do you remember if Anita was home Friday night when you were there?
Christ.
I don't remember. I do not remember.
Jesus fucking.
I'm sure I did at the time, probably.
What about Saturday? If it was Saturday that you left, was she there in the morning when you left? Or did you see her vehicle parked in the parking lot? Or?
I don't remember.
Okay. And then did you go straight from here to Sykeston to the party, or did you go somewhere else?
Yeah. I think I picked up my cousin. She rode with me. My cousin Melissa.
Did you go home to the farm often?
Yeah. Almost every single weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. I miss home. I don't like being in the city, and I know why I moved here. Because I miss it so much. I miss being at the farm. But
So Sunday you got up whatever time, and then you went shot gophers. Did you spend the whole day at the farm, or did you
yeah,
go
I
anywhere
stayed
else?
there again. I stayed that night again.
Get that motherfucking whore out of here.
I worked Monday, but I stayed there. Monday, I think, is when I had to do my car insurance. And then I went, because we got up, I went with my dad to Velva, we did my car insurance, and then I went straight to work. Because by that time it was all done, I needed to be at work at 1, so I didn't even stop at home, I just went straight to work. I just said I was going to be late. So.
Was that normal for you, just to go straight to work from the farm? Or, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
know you would go right by your apartment on the way to work.
Yeah, I had no reason to stop though, because I always made sure I packed. So it just was it'd be an extra stop for me, and I'm like very I hate extra trips. I think I learned that from my mom when I was younger, because when we come to my house to go grocery shopping, it was one trip, get it done. We're not coming back up here. There's no extra stops there. It was like, so now it kind of trained me. I don't like to make extra stops. If I'm going somewhere, I'm gonna get everything, so I don't have to go back all week. I would usually go straight to work. There's no reason to stop home, so.
Okay. And you said sometimes your shift was at 1, right? You work in 1 in the afternoon?
It depended on if we were short-staffed, which we were most of the time.
So do you remember if that's the shift you worked that day?
I think I worked the 1-to-1 that day.
Okay.
I think so. So no, my lunch break. Oh God, my lunch break. I think I had to take it early.
God damn it.
That day, I don't remember, but that's where I was at trying to start when they called me and told me I needed to go to my apartment.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, Nicole can no longer remember key details. Confident her alibi can't be challenged, she has no idea detectives are about to compare her account with a witness who remembers those same events in striking detail, especially the fish tank incident, which Nicole had made sound minor.
You had stated that you used to work with the roommate of the victim who was killed in this case that I just mentioned.
Yes, if it's the one where the where the victim was stabbed multiple times in her bedroom, and the assailant had cut the screen to get in, and it was up on North Hill.
Okay, so going back to that time, do you remember how long you worked with the roommate?
God
I
fucking
know
damn
that
it.
it had to be, I suspect it was probably like a month, because they moved us around a lot, but I recall
Jesus
that when
goddamn
she sat
fucking
down,
Christ.
she talked a lot about her roommate. Her roommate was also adopted. Her roommate was, she didn't like her roommate. She was very spoiled and wanted everything her own way all the time. And they argued all the time. And when they argued, she said her roommate would just go in and lock the bedroom door. That's what she would
Jesus
do.
goddamn
And
fucking Christ.
coming up, preceding the actual murder, it had been escalating with them about a fish tank that the roommate owned. The victim didn't like the fish tank because it made too much noise. So they had been, every day I would hear about this argument about the fish tank. Well, then the roommate went out away for the weekend, and she came back on Monday, and she was livid because she said, you know what that did now? She unplugged my fish tank and killed all my fish. So after that, it went from her disliking the girl to thinking that the girl was a bad person, evil, bad person, killed my fish type thing.
Okay. You mentioned that weekend. Do you know when that weekend was that the roommate had gone away?
No.
In relation to the time that the murder happened?
I believe that it could have been the week before or 2 weeks before. I'm not sure when it was, but it wasn't too long afterward.
Okay.
Okay, let me just look, see if I'm forgetting anything from that time. Yeah, the noise had just had annoyed the victim, and so they were fighting about that. She went away for the weekend, and then when she came back and the fish were dead, and I'm not sure this about qualify things if I'm not really sure, but I'll tell you anyway. I think that she said that the victim had claimed she didn't know what would kill the fish. And so the roommate still thought she had done it deliberately, and she hated her. She thought she was evil.
And I know you kind of developed all of this from just listening to her conversations.
She'd come in and talk, complain about it.
Okay.
I never really said much to her other than, you should get a new roommate. You guys are not a good fit. Stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know how old she was, maybe 19 or 20 or something. They were both very young girls.
Yes.
So anyway, they're fighting all the time, and then she said that the victim would go into her bedroom and lock her out. Okay. So then she comes back from lunch, and everybody has already said that her roommate had been murdered over the weekend.
The contrast is jarring. While Nicole presents herself as Anita's protective bodyguard, her co-worker's account exposes a far more aggressive domestic reality. Detectives aren't finished with Nicole. They are still building their case. And if you're enjoying how this case is unfolding, please subscribe so we can keep bringing you more cases just like this one.
Yeah, startling that phone call. And do you remember who it was that called you?
Well, my phone kept ringing, and I don't really answer phone calls. I don't know there, because I'm 9 times out of 10 I get me a message, right? Because I get so much spam crap. But I didn't answer, and then my mom had called me, and she said that the cops were trying to get a hold of me, and that I need to go to my apartment. If I didn't go to my apartment, they were going to come and get me at work. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I was completely blindsided. I had no idea what was going on. So I pulled up, and there was cops everywhere and tape. The first thing that went through my head was, like, oh my God, we've been robbed, right? Because it's minor. Like, you don't think anything of anything. And then when they told me what had happened, I think I just went into like this trance. Like, I felt like everything was just blurry. And I don't even remember if I cried. I think because I was just in so much shock. And then they talked to me about stuff, and I remember going and sitting in the car and them asking if I knew anybody that was mad at her or jealous of her. And I have a really bad coping mechanism. I'm very sarcastic. And I just said, well, if you're looking for somebody that's jealous of her, you might as well just get a phone book, because she's gorgeous. And then they said, well, we don't need this sarcasm, but I've always been that way, like my whole life, so I knew that. I was like, okay, I can't do that. But I don't, as far as like everything the rest of the day, I feel like it's just all blurred. I don't remember much at all.
Do you remember what they told you?
They just told me, they said that Anita was dead and that she had been murdered. But they didn't know what time yet, and they didn't know, all this other stuff. And I was just, like I said, I was in shock, because I grew up here. This is my home, and never heard of stuff like this, And I just sat there outside in the grass. My parents came up and sat with me. And they didn't tell me a lot that day. But when I went to get some clothes out of the apartment, they wouldn't let my mom come in. So it was just me. And they were like showing me things. And they said, "Is anything out of place? Do you notice anything weird?" And they walked me by the bathroom, and
God damn it.
I just remember like the smell in there, and seeing the bathroom sink and her room, and I couldn't even get close. I was beyond myself. I came out of this notebook in like a hoodie, and it's June. So I just, I don't know, everything just, they didn't tell me anything though. They just said, "Is anything look out of place to you?" And I said, "My room looked fine." But it was weird because I know I shut my door, but maybe they opened the door. I don't know, but the door was open in my room, and I'm super picky about like my room being clean before I leave. So nothing looked out of place in my room, but I couldn't even look at her room anymore.
Christ.
Do you remember what day that was that you went back and you get clothes?
Oh my gosh. I think it was
For fucking
just
Christ.
like 2 or 3 days later.
Okay.
Because I didn't have any clothes anymore. I was just, Mom had washed the ones that I already had in my bag. But, I think it was a couple of days, 2 or 3 days before I could go back in there.
And you mentioned something about when you were walking in, you saw the bathroom sink. Was there something specific about the
They
bathroom
just
sink?
pointed out the bathroom sink, and they said, what do you think this is?" And to me it looked like blood because it was brown and it was in the water, or in the sink in the water or something. I don't know. I just remember seeing the bathroom sink and her bedroom. And
Fucking
those are the
Christ.
2 things that just burn into my brain. And like when I talk about it, I want to get
Goddamn
it because
Holy
it
Ghost
just,
Christ.
like when I talk about it, I remember what it smelled like in there. It's really hard, sorry.
What kind of smell was it?
It just smelled like this is gonna sound so horrible, but like when we have a dead cow out the pasture and you can smell it from
Fucking
the way
goddamn
it
Holy
just
Ghost
smelled
Christ.
dead. And
Fucking
it wasn't easy because I felt like I should have stayed home and I should have been there, and what if I would have been there, and all these things would go through my brain. Like she always asked me to
Jesus fucking
be
Christ.
her bodyguard, and I just felt like I wasn't there for her when she actually needed me the most, and I was too busy doing my own thing. So I was with a lot of regret.
Christ.
Like I said, I'm not talking to her much, so all that is just piling through my brain. And also kind of scared, like this was my home. What would have I done? Anything? Could I have done anything? Would I have been in the same situation? I don't know. But it's scary.
There is something Nicole is leaving out of her statements to detectives. Her reaction in the days surrounding the murder. And according to her co-worker, that reaction does not match the tears Nicole is shedding now.
And she came back and she talked about how
Goddamn fucking
she was
Christ.
upset because the police thought that she had done it. She said that she was on the lie detector test because she was upset and that the police had wanted her to go into the bedroom and tell them if anything had been misplaced. And she said, I didn't want to go in there because how would I know? She kept the door locked all the time. I wasn't allowed in there. And so
fucking
then
Christ.
later,
A fucking goddamn fucking Christ.
this was later, a different day or whatever,
A
then she
fucking
said
Christ.
to me,
Jesus
I
fucking
told the
Christ.
police that it couldn't have been, why do they think it's even me? Why would I have to cut the screen and go in there when I lived in the apartment? And when she said that, she locked eyes with me like she knew she'd blown it, because I knew darn well if she'd gotten into a fight with her and wanted to fight her, She would have to get a knife
fucking
to get
goddamn
through the
Christ.
window, and then she's in there angry
Fucking
with her
goddamn
knife.
Christ.
And I think that she knew that I put
She's a
that
fucking
together because
Christ.
she had already told me that. I didn't get real concerned because
She's a fucking
she
goddamn
told me
Christ.
She told both police that, you know. I don't know if it was the same police officer, but she told the police that she was never in there.
I didn't.
And then she told them that it wouldn't have been her because she was in the apartment, so why would she have to go through the screen?
She told you that she was in the apartment?
No, she did not.
Okay.
She said that she told the policeman, why do you think that I did this? Because whoever did it went through the screen to get to her. Why would I have to go through the screen? Because I live in the apartment. I'd have been in the apartment with her. Well, the answer would have been, she locked you out all the time. She didn't let you in that room. You didn't have access to that room ever. You know.
And that's what you meant when you said she locked eyes with you and
Yeah, I think that she, I think at that time she thought that she had said too much to me.
Okay.
First time I saw her, she was coming in from I think she'd gone to the apartment that morning. She said that her father, she said the victim's mother had called her and said, I know you killed my daughter. And then she and her parents went to the apartment evidently to go with, her parents went with her to the apartment to see
The roommate and her parents?
the roommates and her parents. And she had said that she had spent the weekend with her parents. And they said, yes, she was with them all the time, so she couldn't have done that, right? Well, when they get there, she comes in and she said, I'm really upset with my dad because he told me that I had to get in there and get all that stuff cleaned up so I'd have a place to stay. So he wasn't gonna, she said he did not want her to come to the house and stay with him, which I thought was odd if they're, you know, if I know I shouldn't explain why I think it's weird. I should just tell you the facts. But I just thought it was weird that they're together, her roommate gets brutally murdered, and they tell her that she can't come home and spend the night with them, that she's got to clean up that mess and stay there. Then the next day she comes and says, yeah, they let me stay over, I guess it was kind of out in the country that they lived. They let me stay out there, but they wouldn't let me stay in the house. I had to stay in, and it wasn't like a house trailer, it was some kind of camper thing or something. But she said, can you imagine that? My roommate just gets murdered and they won't even let me in the house. And later she said all her friends no longer wanted anything to do with her. And she said it's their loss. She never told me that she didn't do it.
The window screen her coworker just described is one of the physical details that never added up in the early days of the investigation. The window was cut to look like a forced break-in meant to terrify, but a real break-in leaves damage. The cut was precise, with no sign of forced entry. So, did Nicole stage it herself to mislead investigators and rule herself out as someone who wouldn't have needed to break a window to get inside? Detectives have even more to confront her with.
Do you remember about that apartment? There's only one door in and one door out, right? You have a back door or anything like that?
Just the window in her room was like a longer, taller window.
Okay.
I do.
I knew I always had windows open. It was hot. We didn't have AC. And even like her funeral, I think I was just still shocked. And I'm not really a crier. I don't cry super often. And my dad will tell you that. I'm not really. But people are like, well, how come you didn't cry at a funeral? I don't know if any of them know what it feels like to be in complete shock when you lose someone like that and the situation how you lose someone. But like I said, I was still in shock. I came here right after the funeral and talked to the detectives here. And I think this is gonna sound weird, but I seen therapy for all this. I never cried in therapy. And now the last couple years, they're trying to teach me like coping mechanisms. And I think I'm finally being able to grieve. I feel like that was really stolen from me for a long time. Because so many people point fingers, you know? And I'm not that kind of person. It's hard for me because I feel like I've had no room to defend myself up to say anything, which is hard for me.
But in all reality, you weren't that close to Anita.
I mean, we were for a little while, and then we just kind of drifted, so.
In fact, you were planning on moving out at some point at the end of the
Yeah,
year?
we thought about getting just, because with our different schedules and stuff, it was hard. Because she would come home sometimes and be really noisy. Or I would, be there sleeping, and it's not fair to her to have to be quiet because I'm sleeping, so we had talked about, moving and going in separate directions with apartments, so.
Fucking
When you
Christ.
say that people pointing fingers, do you mean people were pointing fingers at you?
I felt that way.
Okay.
I really felt that way. Maybe they just don't know the whole story, which is, you watch TV shows all the time, and
But people said you called Anita a
oh my gosh, and people can say that I would never do that. I honestly had nothing against her. We fought over alarm clock. We fought like just roommate stuff. I would never say that about her. The only thing I did tell her one time is she sometimes would leave guys on and then they would get upset. I said, I just want you to be very careful because I don't want you to upset the wrong person. And it scares me because guys sometimes can get the wrong impression and I don't know. And she's like, it's fine, everything's fine. So I mentioned it one time and that was it. I would never call her those names. I'm not that kind of person at all. So that's what hurts me the most about this whole thing is that people are making up stories about me.
Yes, I do.
And that's hard. It's not fair. I never hurt anybody.
Why would people do that? Why would people make up stories about you?
I don't know if people just were trying to put the pieces together themselves. I don't know. Anybody could try and do that, but I don't know.
While Nicole keeps downplaying everything, investigators are working behind the scenes, gathering exactly what they need for an arrest warrant. And one piece of evidence stands out above the rest. Her own text messages from that time. I sure as hell ain't going to put up with this until December. What goes around, comes around. I'm going to smash your door down. Next time you leave and don't plan on coming back until morning, lock your door. Because God knows I'm just dying to get in there. Shut the alarm off so I don't have to listen to it when I could be sleeping. Pay attention to the next question detectives ask her. It may be hinting at a roommate dispute that turned deadly.
You think this could have been an accident? The person that killed you? What do you think happened?
I don't know if it was someone she knew or was hanging out with at the time. Like I said, I talked about Nick a lot. And there was a Mike guy that she was hanging out. I don't know what his last name was, but he would come to the apartment when I wasn't there. I wasn't there very often.
What do you know about how the specifics of how she died? Do you know what her injuries are?
They just told me that she had been stabbed.
Okay. Did they tell you how many times she was stabbed? Did they say where?
No, they just said that she was stabbed to death and it was multiple, but they didn't tell me how many times. They didn't tell me exactly where. That I feel like I didn't get told a whole lot. Just about this knife that they had found and
Do you remember what they told you about the knife?
that it was just like a switch blade knife. That's all they really told me.
Did they tell you where they found it? Okay.
No.
Well, and you realize the reason they don't tell a lot of details like that is because it's an investigation, and you know we never know how that stuff gets out. We don't want. That's how rumors get started, right? So, did they tell you if they thought it was a knife that like you guys already had in the apartment, like one from the kitchen or something, or?
No.
Jesus fucking.
We didn't have a knife. The only knife we really had in the house was like steak knives and stuff like that. So.
What do you think should happen to the person who killed Anita?
I think they should have brought for a long time.
You believe in second chances?
No.
Jesus fucking
No,
Christ.
stuff like this. This is, when you take someone else's life, you don't just take their lives. You take everybody that means that they meant anything to you. You take their lives too. They took my life.
Jesus.
I haven't been the same person since.
Well, and you know, we know there's at least one person that knows what happened to Anita and knows everything that happened. And what do you think about a person that could just keep that a secret all these years and never say anything?
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you can live every day knowing something like that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I think about it every day. You know? So I don't know whoever would know what happened, how they can even live with themselves. Or live with knowing if they knew who had did it at the same time. It's the same thing. How do you live every day like that?
While Nicole keeps pointing fingers elsewhere, she still has no idea that she is the prime suspect in this case. Within the next 72 hours, her fate will be decided. But now, detectives are about to confront her with a confession she made years earlier, and with information they have been holding back.
Do you know William May?
Yeah. I do.
I don't know him.
We dated a few times, and then we quit dating for a while, and then we just dated again probably
Jesus
right before I met my
goddamn
husband.
cunt fucking
If
Christ.
someone told you you were at a party with William, and you said you killed Anita, would they be lying or would that
They would definitely be lying.
Suck my Jesus
That would
Christ
be a
fucking dick.
horrible thing for anybody to say.
And did you tell people you failed the polygraph on this test?
No. I never failed a polygraph.
That's not true.
I didn't fail a polygraph. You guys, listen. This is what cracked my whole life. And I would never do anything to her. And I have cooperated with you guys to try and help do this. Like, I want the person found too. Because I want my life back. Like, I don't have to talk anymore. I do, because I want this taken care of and I want it solved. And I want people to know that it wasn't me. Because it wasn't me.
Nicole, do you remember a guy named Matt Hansen?
Yeah, he was my boss.
Yeah. And he told us that you were at work when the police called and asked you to come to the apartment. You weren't
I wasn't at work.
You weren't at lunch.
No, I was. I was with Kayla at lunch.
He went to you and told you that you need to go to your apartment. The police need you there. And do you remember what you said to him?
I don't remember saying anything to him.
Because he remembers, because he was taken aback by it.
I don't
And you told him no.
remember.
He said, no, I'm not going there. It's just my roommate. She's a crackhead.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? All these people are saying these horrible things. Yeah, I'm gonna be done talking because I don't have anything else to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be done. Oh my god, are you kidding me? All these people are saying these horrible things. Yeah, I'm gonna be done talking because I don't have anything else to say.
Okay. I mean, all these people have no reason to say horrible things about you.
I don't know why they are, you guys. I was not there. I would have never done anything like this to her.
I think it was an accident. It was
No.
absolutely an accident.
It was not.
Look, there's a chain of interrelated behavior. This is just one thing. There's DNA, there's your statements, there's other things here. And here's the bottom line. These detectives have been working on this for years now. And it's pointing to one person. You gotta understand this. There's gonna be mercy or there's gonna be justice here for the person who did this.
There should be justice.
There should be mercy too, maybe, in some cases, like the detective said there. This was an accident.
But it wasn't an accident. I didn't do anything.
Who told you about the screen on her window?
I I don't remember who said anything about the screen.
So do you remember anything about the screen?
All I remember them saying is that they found a screen on the screen, something about the window screen. But like when I got there, everything was such a blur to me. If they would have said anything, I don't even remember. I don't remember a lot.
There's phone records, there's DNA.
I know, I gave mine.
There's animal hair.
Well, I have cats at the farm.
Right. How would your cat hair get on her?
I don't know, does anybody else she was hanging out with have a cat? I mean, I was at the farm on the weekends. Like, I was never in her room. Like, you guys, do I need to get a lawyer?
That's up to you.
I've never had to get a lawyer.
God damn it.
There's just a lot of things, Nicole, that over the years, your story has changed so many times.
This has been 13 years ago. And I can't remember 13 years ago. I can't remember.
It changed.
Supper.
Even then it changed.
Oh my god. I was not in town, you guys.
Stuff about her window screen that nobody else knew.
No, I heard stuff about the window screen from other people.
You told your coworker Donna that the window screen was cut, and why would you need to go into the screen if you had
She
key?
looked at you here.
You guys, I didn't say any of this stuff. There's so many stories.
All these people are liars.
Okay, there are so many stories I don't know anymore. Like, I feel so attacked. I want to, get a lawyer.
We're not attacking you.
I want to
We're
get a
trying to
lawyer.
attack you.
I don't want to talk anymore.
That's fine. Then we're done.
I haven't done anything.
I'll walk you back up front.
Detectives now have everything they need. Nicole Rice's taped contradictions, her defensiveness, and the text messages from years earlier all line up. Investigators took the tape straight to a judge to secure a felony arrest warrant. Just 4 days later, on March 16th, a team of marked units arrived at her office on Minot Air Force Base. Nicole Rice was officially arrested for the murder of Anita Knudsen. Due to a total lack of physical DNA or forensic evidence linking her to the weapon, the jury found Nicole Rice not guilty of murder. She buried her face in her hands and walked out of the courtroom a free woman. Our hearts go out to Anita's family, who left the court without the court or forensic evidence linking her to the weapon. The jury found Nicole Rice not guilty of murder. She buried her face in her hands and walked out of the courtroom a free woman. Our hearts go out to Anita's family, who left the courtroom in silence, still carrying the weight of an unresolved tragedy. Do you think Nicole is responsible? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here.
Listen, bro. I don't know what y'all want to see or something, but I ain't got any shit. Like, I'm literally clueless. I'm literally just coming to shoot a video.
How was it that you didn't get shot?
I had my head down the whole time.
This is 25-year-old Antonio Carr. 2 days ago, he was invited on an outing by his friend. By the end of that night, that friend was gone.
Let me ask you straight up, did you have anything to do with this?
But conveniently being the only unharmed person after a deadly ambush is something that needs a very serious explanation.
When did y'all see me put 3 guns on my person and leave?
We're not saying that.
So where did this come from?
So that's what we're trying to understand.
Man, this sounds like some bro.
But the deeper detectives dug into what happened that night, the harder it became to believe Antonio was just the lucky survivor he claimed to be. So, was he really an innocent victim? Or the mastermind who lured his own friend straight into a trap?
I ain't got no reason to set up kill. I ain't got no reason to get him killed. I ain't got nothing. That's just like you take some bullets out of the gun and you know.
It's like this. Put your fingerprint and put mine. It's exactly the same thing with a gun.
We all crazy with that shit, bro. We all crazy. We just went from tell me your side to, oh, I'm trying you because
On May 18th, 2023, officers rushed to a location around Hampton in Milwaukee after calls reported multiple gunshots. They found 25-year-old Kevin Cross laying dead with multiple gunshot wounds. To understand what really happened and the reason why, the detective turned to the man in the car with him when it all happened. Believing he was only a witness, Antonio walked into the interrogation room, completely unaware he was never going to walk free after that day.
So, let me ask you first. Why do you think you're here?
Nigger.
Okay? What's your on paper for? You're here. Okay? What's your on paper for? I think you're here. Okay?
What the fuck is a VOP?
Are you under a standard status or what?
Yeah, I'm standard. That's what they try to say. They called me for yesterday, but I knew it was just I just really, you just tell me, okay, for real. Like, I just want to tell you, I'm just being honest with you.
Okay. Well, I want to start off with an incident that happened Sunday night. Okay? Your name's been mentioned there. Any idea what I'm talking about?
Sunday, what's that?
Today is, I'm sorry. Today is Saturday. So I'm referring to an incident that happened on Friday, actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost track of my days.
That's exactly what happened. He called me earlier in the day.
Actually, before we get started on that, let me, just so I can see, make sure that I got a couple balls here. I want to make sure I show you to see if this is who you're referring to, okay?
Okay. Yeah, make sure you get everything right, bro.
Who's this young man?
That's Tom.
That's you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's this? Alright. So the incident is with him.
Something you about now?
Mm-hmm.
So he told me earlier in the day, yesterday, whatever day happened, but he called me like, hey, cuz, you wanna see my videos? So, he like, wanna see my video, the other guy that was in the car?
Okay.
I don't know the guy's name, I don't know him like that. I just know, that's his cousin. This is the person video I'm supposed to be shooting.
Alright, so this
This is called me, okay?
okay.
I be with them here and there.
Alright.
So he called me about him, he like, yeah, well, he put it on Facebook. He like, yeah, shoot my video tonight, performing tonight at the club. He's supposed to perform yesterday night at the club.
How long
I'm in the house corrections. I didn't get to really, entertainment channel on.
Okay. So,
Christ.
you've known him months?
Yeah, I know years.
Years?
Yeah,
Okay.
years.
And what about him?
I don't know, like that.
That day, 3 people got into the same car. 25-year-old Antonio Carr, 25-year-old Kevin Cross, and Kevin's 28-year-old cousin, heading out to shoot a music video. It was supposed to be an ordinary day, but one of them had other plans. And as the only person who walked away without a scratch, Antonio thought detectives would write it off as nothing more than luck. But what he doesn't realize is that detectives are a lot sharper than he thinks. And those 24 hours he spent waiting to be interviewed weren't wasted. They were searching his home, pulling up evidence he'd never expect to point straight back at him.
He was like, shoot a video. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I got y'all. He's like, alright, cuz, I'm like, I guess he be catching eggs, you know what that is, cuz, sorry, you know, I catch my eggs and I'm pull up on it. I'm like, alright, bet. If when he say he'll pull up on me, you're not gonna pull up on me right away, you're gonna take 2 hours. So, while he said he'll pull up on me, I'll do what I have to do, me and my girl. So, I go back home.
What time did he reach out to you to do this?
It's early. He was up to me like 8.
In the morning?
In the morning. Like,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Man, I'll be up at 6 in the morning. You She posts stuff on social media and show you 6 of them.
Have you done that type of work for him in the past?
Yeah, I did shot videos of it. I got a video on my computer. I can show you all proof, evidence. That's what I want to show you, evidence. I was just working on the video. Literally just working on it. So, they ain't got guns and nothing in it. So, I guess, he gonna pull up on me. I ended up doing what I had to do. I come back to the crib around 11, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell you. Yeah, I can't just do it myself. I get, she pull up on me. My girl right there, too. So, girl like her, it's the same thing. Your neighbor right there. She pull up from the damn house. They got a ring camera, too, I think. So,
what was he driving?
He was driving an Infiniti truck.
Okay.
And he,
what color?
It was white.
Okay.
And, right before he pulled up that time, though, he had actually got on my fence, and he said, I'll let you in, girl, this week to the meetup for 5 G's. So I'm like, hell yeah. But I'm like, I gotta make money first, though. He's like, alright, I'm gonna look at me. I get in the car, in the back seat.
So fucking Christ.
Okay.
This is the video. Yeah, this is the video.
So fucking Christ.
So, no, take that back. No, he was by himself. I was in the back seat at the time because in the front seat was like he had stuff in the front seat, and he said he would go pick it up. So we, the first time he went there,
fucking Christ.
He was there, but he wasn't ready.
What's that?
Far as the big things that like Brown Deer, I didn't know how to get there.
Okay.
Like I really didn't know how to get there.
Higher numbers or?
The higher numbers. He's down like you take 76 all the way across.
Okay.
Or is it 61st? I think it's 61st all the way across. Yeah, 61st all the way across. But anyway, he go there. See, they on FaceTime each other. He like, cousin, I ain't ready yet. He like, damn, bitch, I just told you I was coming. So we ended up leaving again. For a short time, we ended up back a few minutes later. I'm in the back seat, in the front seat. We just drive.
And it's still morning time?
It's still like during the day, like it's just going, days going, should I say. I'm in there, like my girl, she be kind of clingy. I am too a little bit, but so she like to the point where like, you shooting at me? I'm like, no. He said, they don't got to perform till tonight.
Okay. So you said you're driving around looking for locations to shoot videos.
Yeah.
Then you pull up at whose mom's house?
Wait, yeah. Before we got on to that part, bro, the first thing we did actually, let me take that back. And I said I was my little kid. We pulled up to his mama. And his mom was far as a bitch somewhere around here. We pulled up to a junkyard.
Okay.
I mean, not a junkyard, a tow yard. His car got towed. It was a Jeep. So his baby mama called. This person I was trying to tell him being one of those about that. I think it's said Kevin or something. I don't know, but his baby mama called. Bitch, why you taking the Jeep? They were arguing over the Jeep. The Jeep must be in his name, but he was letting her use it.
Gotcha.
She got mad because he not letting her use it anymore because she keep putting up his Jeep or something. And then just got a Jeep towed.
Okay.
And he coming out of money. This is what I'm listening to. Now she get to telling his
fucking Christ.
He got her on speaker. She like, I don't know why you even with them. You trying to snake everybody you be with. What she said? I'm telling the police on you that you got damn, she said that you got this drug in my house. This and that. All type of shit. So he laughing. So I'm
God damn it.
I'm telling him like, cuz hang up on her, bro.
Fucking Christ.
So he like, man, fuck this bitch. That's why I took all my stuff out the house, everything. So she like, okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
She calling every single phone. He got 3 phones on him. One of the phones he got so mad that he broke. He cracked it in half. It was a black phone.
Nigger.
He cracked it in half and he was laughing. He was like, this dumb ass bitch. But all 3 of them phones he selling drugs off of basically. So he cracked one of them. So now she's still calling the other 2 phones. She just keep calling, he answering. He feeding into this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a time where I went over there with Kevin, and Kevin went inside the house and was in there for an hour there fighting, you know what I'm saying? Come back out and he pop a perk. You know what I'm saying? He just gets stressed for her because he take perks. So anyway, he feed into her. He keep answering her calls, arguing with the bitch. So she telling him like, I'm gonna get you killed, dumbass bitch. I'm gonna get you killed. I'm gonna get you locked up. I'm gonna get this happen to you. This happen to you. Like, okay, bitch, you just want to use all my money.
It's clear Antonio is trying to pin Kevin's murder on his baby mama, all because of an argument they had just minutes before the shooting. And if I'm to admit, it's a pretty clever way to shift the blame away from himself and onto someone else entirely. And if you're here for the kind of case where the so-called victim turns out to be the villain, subscribe, because that's exactly what we do here.
It's getting time to go to, getting time closer and closer to the little event or whatever. We rolling up blunts. No bullshit.
So you're with them all the
Bro, they're the entire day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm there with them the entire day. I'm being, when this me being alone with you, bro. I'm there with the entire day in the backseat. Either we smoking, or I'm heavy, or it's some shit with Kev that, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, this whole day, Kev has some shit going on. He got that girl going on. He had,
Fucking Christ.
He was reading up with his plugs or whatever. Some shit. When I stay in my lane the whole time, I'm just here to shoot video.
Are you sitting in the backseat the whole time?
Been in the backseat the whole time, bro. In the
You guys ever stop anywhere to eat?
Nigga, stop it. Look, nighttime, right before the shit didn't happen, bro. We had rolled up, we smoked a lot, and we smoked a lot of blunts. So, right before that happened, we smoking. We go to McDonald's.
Which one?
On 50 something happened. Right there, the same block. So, right there. And, at first, we sitting there because dude ain't taking our order. So we like, oh, this man closed. But all the time, so we gonna pull off. He like, oh my bad, bro, take your order. So we there, we taking the order. We like, nah, mind you, bro, we the only car in this lot. That's dark and see on camera too. The only car in this lot. Then we go to the parking. After we get in the food, we park in the parking lot part before we even pull up to the car. We got
baby mama.
We sitting right here in the parking lot and we finna eat. We finna eat and shit. Now I only had a high seat. I was actually big. I think I got a cinema roll. And then bro, I got something else, and then, so we sitting right there. Now, we literally pull out of the lot and pull right there. We was sitting right there, my mom down, bro. So close up to like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. I don't know, bro. I look probably longer than that. So I'm in my head like, alright, I'm moving, we just sitting right here because the time we kind of wind down this.
What time is the event there?
Being at 10:30. It's around, the shooting happened around like 10 or probably earlier than that.
Okay.
So,
are you communicating with anybody during that time?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I know you said you share locations with mom or girlfriend.
Yeah,
anybody hitting you up like, hey man, what's going on?
No, it's my girl. Only person I want to know was I'm about to with my girl. My baby mama know what I'm good. Other than that, like, I'm posting on social media type shit.
You guys are sitting on near the McDonald's on the street.
We just sitting, literally just sitting. Somebody walked past the first time, we go up there. Now, I ain't got no gun. You go see something right here, that's why I'm just shooting back with it. So I'm kind of really paranoid. Just being honest, I'm really paranoid. We can when somebody go out there, we don't know where we at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he right here on regular, but.
Did he tell you specifically why that block was he supposed to meet?
Was he
gonna serve someone?
He waiting on me. That's why I said, that's why I'm telling you all, I feel like that was his baby mama. It was a female that called him. Like, can they get this? And then he like, okay, I'm here. So then they call back again 15 minutes later and say the same thing. Like, you're still here? He like, yeah. But not, then they call again. I don't know if they're still calling again.
Any idea who was talking to?
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they, I'm just.
She's my baby mama. She's my baby mama. She's my baby mama. She's my baby mama. She's my baby mama.
They call. He like, so now the third time somebody called, he got 2 phones. He got like 3 phones, but he got like 2 phones at a time. The third one of the phones that he already on right now. He on the phone with his mama. His mama on the phone. She's like, I'm on my way here to the performance. So he like, okay, mom. So
Jesus fucking Christ.
iPhone. He got a phone back from
Jesus
brother.
fucking Christ.
Like, yeah, mom. So he wanted a little bit. So that's how I'm knowing like he take first. Cause when he get like that, he can just force you out. So like, go home. He know that if he was a light to the
is he a performer too, or just?
Rap, he not a performer. I'm saying he not push his music. Like I got music, I got videos, shit, and I push videos.
So when he's talking to mom, kind of slurring his words?
Yeah, like, you know, he kind of a little bit like that. That's how I'm knowing. But I don't know if he's going to perform, so I don't know if he always trying to get hot.
Sure.
In some type of way, so we can have a good time. So, next thing you know, somebody walked past the first time. It was a dude, mask on, he kind of walked kind of gay. We looked, it wasn't nothing, he wasn't nothing. He goes towards Hampton, like the main street of Hampton, so we could see if he was going to.
He was wearing?
He was wearing nice. I can't even tell you, but it was nice. I just be focusing on his hands.
What side of the street are you guys parked on if you know?
So if this
she's cute.
We don't have to stop.
So you're on the cross street from McDonald's?
Yeah, where they come from. We right here on this side, and then this side is
Where's the dude walking on the side of the
on the same side.
of your?
No, on the same side.
Okay.
But he coming from this way though. He coming from the way that we can see him, and then he going towards Hampton, the main street of Hampton. So we look at him and we nothing happening. So dang. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there, and talking. Like we talking about like how you want it to be. So next thing you know, all you hear is the front door of the cab door open. But as soon as it opened, that's why I say, like, when I was talking to his sisters the day before the day it happened, I talked to his sister and I was telling her on my side. She said it looked like it must look like a robbery. It wasn't a robbery because as soon as the door opened, they shot. You know what I'm saying? It was an instant shot. It wasn't no.
Are you? Do you recall if because obviously he's in the driver's seat, in the front passenger.
I'm in the back, in the middle.
In the middle. Okay, so that's
I ain't towards no door. I ain't towards this door, that door. But I was on the left door first. But ever since dude walked past, I'm trying to see who the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like look at my surroundings now, because I'm like, the fuck. But as soon as the door opened, it was it happened so fast, bro. I don't know whose door, my door, his door. I just know I seen the door, and as soon as it opened, I heard it. It was but I'm done. And next thing you know, I get out the pad. This is what you're gonna see on the ring too. When the door come open, I hear it's the first shot, second shot, third shot, and then I'm dead by this time. So I ended up getting out the car and I run towards the first house right here. It's exactly where we at. This us part. It's a house right here. Sideways. So the first house right here. I run to that house and I run to the corner like
Suck
this.
my fucking dick. Suck my dick, bitch. Suck my fucking dick.
I ain't got no gun to shoot.
Suck my dick,
bitch. So now he was shooting back.
Suck my motherfucking dick.
He was shooting back.
Suck my fucking dick.
No. I think I don't know, bro. He just shot right away, bro. But anyways.
Are you ever seeing who was shooting? Like who opened the door?
No, I ain't description. And they had masks on. Because when they was running, I told them I'm across the street now. I can look and see what's going on. I can see everybody that was shooting.
God damn it.
And then they running back towards Hampton. Like towards the main street. So that's probably all being on camera right there by that store right there. There's a store right there.
Now, that focus on the Ring camera is something worth paying attention to. Antonio seems to think detectives are foolish enough to build their entire case around one convenient piece of footage. But according to investigators, even though Kevin was involved in the street game, he had no known enemies and no obvious reason anyone would want him dead. That leads detectives to believe the shooters weren't strangers.
I'll King Sullivan the fuck out of you.
And as every lead to finding them hits a dead end, their focus shifts to the one question that matters. Who planned this and why?
So they went for that way. One of them fall too. One of them fall, he was sitting there fall. He rushed to the shooting at him. So I'm scared as a bitch. So now I'm looking at it happening. I'm still standing right here in this spot.
Jesus fucking
right
Christ.
So as they're running towards Hampton, they continue to shoot?
Yeah, they're running towards Hampton. I think he stopped shooting. I think it was still more shots than one. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to give it to you actually.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm still right here by this gate right here. It's a little gate. I'm still right here. Right there in that first house. You gonna see it. But I'm still right there and then as I'm sitting right there, like, cuz, be saying like he hurt me, like, cuz. I'm like, cuz you good? But I'm still standing right here. I don't know why I'm so scared. I'm like, is you good? I'm not doing anything to come out the other cut. You know, I'm scared, bro. So he like, is you good? I'm damn scared to run up to cause I'm thinking, when something like that, I ain't never been in that. So it's like, was they trying to, I'm thinking, was they trying to say, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, is you good? He's like, yeah, bro, come help me. I'm like, alright, so I walk over there. He like, cuz, help me take it out of the car. I'm like, what you mean? That's when I look around, Kev did. This, he
was in the car?
Yeah, he was in the front seat dead, his head to the back. My mom with his head to the back.
You remember where he was hit?
I didn't see that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I didn't even see, like, all I saw was one little streak of blood coming across the head. Like, it was happening so fast, I didn't even see it. I don't even walk down, like, four houses down. And I stood there. And then I walked.
Which way do you go? Towards Hampton or towards the other way?
I go the other way. Not, I ain't go the way they were shooting at.
Did you help get out of the car?
No.
So the only thing you
literally, yeah, you gonna see that? Like I said, it was a green camera right there. I don't want them to watch that. I literally stood right there. I think when I'm telling you, brother, that's what happened. I ran to the house, then I ran to, I walked up to the so-called, I never even went around to the passenger side, to the driver's side. I only went around one time right before I left. I looked, it was dead, and he really was dead, bro. And I'm like, whoa, like, I've never been in this, so I was like, damn, what the fuck just happened, bro? So I ended up walking down 4 blocks down.
So I'm assuming you got a laptop or something?
Yeah, I got my laptop and my camera.
You carry it in a case?
Yeah, I carry it in a pink case. You gonna see that I said it's broad, you ain't gonna miss the pink case that I had in my hand. And then when they used to arrest me at the crib, the pink case was right there. Pink case, pink computer, that's all mine, my name to it and everything. But that's how I edit my videos on my MacBook.
Okay.
So, and then I grabbed my camera too. I got a 4K camera, Sony camera.
Goddamn motherfucker.
I paid $2,500 for it, so that's the real reason I grabbed my camera. I paid $2 million for that shit. So I grabbed that one, and then I go like 4 or 5 blocks down. The neighbors right there, they like, y'all heard that? I'm like, yeah, they shooting down the street.
4 or 5 blocks down.
I mean, houses down. So I go right there where all the bushes at. I don't know Hampton like that, but he like, you hear that?
You go opposite of Hampton.
I go opposite of Hampton.
Okay.
So he like, did y'all see that? He's like, did y'all hear that? I'm like, yeah, they down there shooting, bro. My God just got shot. That's what I'm telling you when I call the police, bro. Please call the police. So he like, I'm like, hey, but I'm telling him, I'm keeping him moving. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna run though, bro. I'm gonna call the police. My God just got shot down there. I'm gonna run though for probation. So he like,
you know where these people are?
They just live on my block. So they like, alright bro. So as I'm still going on the block, my girl come grab me. I'm calling her. Yeah, I call her. I call a bunch of people, but I call my girl fastest when I get there. So she like, here I come. And then I hop in the car, I tell her what happened. You know that.
Being on probation is one thing, but it doesn't come close to explaining why he'd flee the scene the second something this serious went down. And the fact that he never once thought to call the police, that's the part that had a lot of unanswered questions. But does the detective still see him as a victim, or the mastermind behind the whole thing?
Let me tell you one thing that's gonna make sense too, that I left out. Just had told me in Quincy that his baby mama got his iCloud. So like she know everything. She know text messages, she know his location. That's what really made me like telling. So I'm not the person to point fingers, but at the same time, yeah, he showed me. You know, same thing. He literally just showed us that she got his iCloud and all that. So if y'all talk to him, mention that, and I bet he's gonna tell us the same thing. So she like, he like, yeah, she got my iCloud. That's the reason why she even knew I was such and such. So that's what kind of made me feel like his baby mom could have said him up, because like I said, bro, when they opened that door, bro, it wasn't no give me this, it wasn't no none of that. It was a shot ASAP, bro. Like that's
so
what.
Let me ask you straight up. Did you have anything to do with this?
I didn't do shit. All I knew was I was coming to shoot a video. You know?
So when the police arrested you,
God fucking damn it.
And that's exactly where? Okay.
The fucking Christ.
No.
Sure about that?
Yes.
Now you keeping it real with me, right?
I'm
not
listen, bro. I don't know what y'all want to see or something, but I ain't got nothing to do with shit. Like, I'm literally clueless. I'm literally just coming to shoot a video. That's all I know I'm doing. And we smoke a couple blunts, that's free weed to me. That's free weed. That's all they weed. You know what I'm saying? They all want to keep rolling up. Come on, keep rolling up. I like to smoke anyway. That's how I put it in my head. It's me being real with you. Like, I know there's free weed going on in this car right now. I'm smoking. And I'm shooting a video, and I'm going to the club, and I'm getting paid for it. From dude. From shooting the video.
How much are they going to pay you?
$150. I don't charge that much.
The one thing I want to also want to inform you, okay, so when you got arrested, all right, on 63rd, officers did a search warrant at that location, okay? They recovered 3 guns, all right?
God damn it.
Where you and share some space, okay? I understand you technically don't live there, okay? That's fair, but you said you're spending that there, right? Giving you access to that, right? So there's 3 guns located in there, okay? 2 of those guns match this incident. How is that possible?
I don't get what you're saying.
So 2 of the guns recovered inside where you were arrested out of, okay? Because obviously we have casings recovered, okay? And I don't know if you've heard of Magnet, okay? But it's basically a program that allows us to compare casing, okay? Analyze that, examine it, and determine which gun fired which casing, okay? 2 of the guns located inside that residence where you were arrested out of match these casings here. How is that possible? Okay. Are you involved in any of it?
No.
Did the people that did this have any association to you?
No. I don't know.
Did you ever pass off a gun to you?
No, bro.
Alright. That's something undisputed,
Right.
okay? I have no explanation for it, okay? Obviously I have a theory,
Yeah.
alright?
What's the theory? Tell me your theory.
Something, I think you're associated with these people, somehow they ended up, right, either passing you the guns, or maybe they're associated to you. Do they stay there? Do they have any association to that residence? Okay?
The residence? I mean, shit, I don't know. I'll say it. I'll tell you what you know.
Do you remember seeing this individual right now?
If this probably could be this dinner with the gay dude I was saying, like, he walked past, like, kind of gauge.
Okay.
When I said the first person I walked past,
Uh-huh.
this dinner we got on IG. Because he was like, I don't remember. Better than that, I don't remember, no.
They look familiar to you?
Got your kitchen, but I don't know what to do.
Okay. So, these are just close-ups of the guns you see in this photograph. Do you agree?
That's game.
Yeah. This was also,
This one.
so there, if you can see there's 3 of them in here, it didn't print out as well,
Yeah.
okay? But, I think I might have it in here. So, this was also found. I don't know if you're into the weed game or you smoke a lot.
Okay, shit.
From Cat? Okay. Is this yours?
What is that?
So, it's part of the weed. I don't know. They must have not printed out. I can print them out better. But anyways, these are vacuum sealed bags.
God
okay,
damn it.
that we've commonly used. I've done guns and drugs for many years in my career. Okay? And this is very common packaging to package large amounts. Okay? We're not talking about nickel and dime back here. Okay? These are typically 1 pound bags, sometimes maybe even more. Okay? So, is this yours? Okay.
God damn it.
Yes.
God damn it.
So this is all in the kitchen level.
I got found in the room.
Okay. You do stay there, right? You spend
No, I just spent the night.
What the fuck?
I put on my clothes. I put on my clothes the other day when me and my girl got to. That's all.
Are these your personal documents that you keep there?
And this was this out of my tote.
After Antonio's interrogation, detectives arrested 2 more men, Xavion Terrell and Javon Simmons, charging both with Kevin's murder. Neither of them was related to Kevin, and how these 2 became linked to Antonio is what the detective will try to find out. Was he merely an accomplice helping to hide the weapons, or was he the mastermind? And more importantly, how will the detective prove it?
Would you consent to collection of your DNA? And all it is just swabs, well, saliva.
More like that's you tied into other shit, bro. I ain't.
And
I don't know this, bro.
but it's needed in order to compare to this incident because it's not going to be compared to nothing else but this incident.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying what y'all trying to say.
So you're telling me that you were in the car.
Yeah, I was in the backseat. I'm telling you, I was in the backseat.
So we process, right, that car for DNA, fingerprints, okay, to eliminate you, right? We know your DNA, if you're telling us the truth that you were in fact the car, it should come back, okay? So I'm not trying to trick you, okay? You're telling me that your DNA, okay? We want to eliminate you, so your DNA should come back. Now, all of a sudden, if somebody else's DNA that we don't know, okay, potentially involved in this, right? But we know your DNA should be in it. We can confirm that if you allow us, okay? Obviously, you have the option of requiring us to obtain a search warrant, which we can draft one and obviously apply for it and get it that way. But with your consent, I would like to collect that from you if that's okay with you.
Serious?
Okay. Clock. Would you consent to us?
No, I got too much stuff in my phone, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's just being real, like, nothing to do with this.
No, I don't take it disrespectful.
I got interviewing, I got stuff in there, I got plans in there. I got shit where guns and shit, like, you know, just being real.
I appreciate your honesty, man.
Y'all can get in there, y'all get in there, okay, but I ain't gonna figure out that. I gave y'all DNA for this case and shit. My phone is that's better.
That is in fact your phone.
That's my phone.
Okay, is that the only phone you have?
Yeah, I have mostly like.
Is that your main one? No. You carry all the time?
Suck my fucking dick.
But that one right there must be like my easy everybody call.
Yeah. Antonio, are you in the drug game, bro?
No.
Are you into setting up anything? Robberies and whatnot? No. Are you pretty confident you have nothing to do with this?
My kids.
Confident to the point where
I fuck
be willing to
his
do a poly